Hello there, I'm no one important, and for some ungodly reason, I decided to speedrun an unspeedrunnable game. Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor is dubbed an anti-adventure game. It isn't about fast-paced action or living a glamorous lifestyle or anything that should be even remotely speedrunnable, but I decided to speedrun it anyways. So as you can see from my timer over there, I've gotten it down to a fairly consistent hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes time. I unfortunately lost 2 runs I tried to make with my friend Eva to, yeah, just like some really disastrous RNG. I did some testing afterwards. It was nothing I could have prevented, just the worst RNG I've ever had that has never repeated itself in any of my practices, either before or after those recordings, just happened twice in a row. So as you can see, my video isn't moving right now. That's because we're recording this commentary in post. Ultimately, I decided I didn't feel like wasting like an hour and 30 minutes, 3 hours of my friends' times again. So while we may be losing out on spontaneity, what we're gaining is the fact that I'm not just going to be swearing constantly out of frustration, and our commentary isn't going to devolve into us just worrying about us losing another run again. So ultimately, I think we won out in the end. What else is there to say? Sorry if the quality is a little weird. I'm recording this in a weird way. I won't get into it, but I tested it a bit. Everything seemed fine. Um, yeah, I'm really happy with the run. It almost makes me, as silly as it sounds, happy that I lost the runs I did with Eva because it gave me a chance to try some new routing that turned out to be really for the best. You can already see the time I'm going to get in the run from the title of this video, but other than that, I won't spoil anything. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. So once again, I'm no one important, and co-commenting with me today are my friends Eva on No Problems and Quinndolyn. Eva, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, it's me, Eva Problems. I was there for the first 2 runs, and they died. They died.
They,
Rest in peace to the girl beasts who
It's
died.
me, your pal.
And that's
Oh
Quinn.
god.
that's
Oh
Quinndolyn.
god, I started too early.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Don't worry.
It's fine.
It's me, your
Let's
pal.
go.
It's
Quinn and
charming.
Harley.
It's charming.
Kept you waiting, huh?
I appreciate the enthusiasm. Um,
That's probably about it from us, so...
yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. I'm probably going to be talking a lot at the beginning of the run because a lot of things happen at once that I need to explain, unfortunately. But after that, everything should settle into more relaxed pace. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I have to say. Um, yeah, so I'm not going to be starting the timer, obviously, since this is being recorded in post, but I will say that time starts when we hit start new game and ends once we actually see the credits at the end of the game. So I'm going to start the video now. So I picked Delvine mostly just because I like Delvine. It's not a faster or slower as far as I know. I will say that first things first, we get super lucky and pick up a fetish right away. I'm saying this early because I just have so much stuff to say at once. Fetishes are, we need one of them for each goddess in this game to finish the game. This is one for Honus. That's super good because it saves us like 20 to 40 bucks. We're just burning a lot of trash right now because you need to burn trash to make money, picking up the occasional item to sell it later. We're going to buy an Eye of Bed here, but we're not going to eat it just yet. Because what we're doing is we're actually skipping the intro of the game because I found out how to do that just today.
Holy shit.
Yep, so we're not going to see the intro as much as I like it. It's slow. You pick up that crumpled note eventually. I pick it up again to move it to somewhere where it's not going to be a pain in the ass because it never goes away. I used to think if you got a bone coin on like day 0, it like got you an extra bone coin, but apparently I'm wrong about that. I don't know. This game's fucking arcane and weird in places. We're praying to Loster there to get some luck up. We're gonna give her a candle in a second. Luck is important because it gives you better drops. We'll talk about that later in the run. But yeah. So anyway, sorry.
Past a certain point, luck can... it's more ornamental than anything, as we discovered in our
Anyways, we're about
previous run.
to skip the intro of the game. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah. takes a
Oh
few
shit.
tries, but this is like seemingly intentional because it gives you an achievement, but I don't think this is intentional, this part that I'm
Now
about to
this
do.
is speedrunning.
Right, I fucking leave the intro area. So
There she
basically,
goes.
day zero becomes a regular day for me, which is actually super good because the second day of the game or the third day, depending on how you look at it, the festival day, is a day when you can buy pretty much every fetish except for Beb and Loster. Beb, who is super easy to get, and Loster, who's just a nightmare no matter what you do. So having an extra day before day three or day two or whatever means I can just run around getting luck and money.
Yeah, it's that much more money beforehand. Oh, that's a
Yeah, that's a
good
fat
ass
candle. It
candle.
sells for like $50 on the right day, and the right day is day three.
Damn.
I literally cannot parse anything that's happening right now. I
I'm
love
so
it.
sorry, it's just going really fast right now, but it'll make more sense soon enough. Sorry. I'm just burning a lot of trash, praying to God as it's finding items.
That's the main cycle of the game, and so it remains, well, mostly unchanged for the speed run. But you just do it really fast, and if you do it right, as you're doing, then you kill it.
So, yeah, I'm going over my splits time here. You'll notice that my time on the split has turned from cursed with an exclamation mark to, you know, cursed because we skipped that part of the game. Um,
Does that mean you never get a skull?
oh, we get a skull. It appears when we sleep, but basically, ignore the timer there. It, we're basically doing like a whole day instead of like a weird half day that doesn't accomplish anything. But yeah, it's a shame I don't get to show you guys the intro because well, Eva's seen it, but I mean like the viewers, because the intro is kind of cool,
It is nice, yeah.
but it's also fucking slow.
You gotta jettison it for the best time.
So yeah, at the moment we're just like walking around the map, looking for shit to sell, looking for. We can't really buy anything on this day because like all the fetishes are super expensive. They get like really cheap and really easily available on day three, which is once again why it's so good to skip the intro to just get more money.
So, for somebody who's never played this game before and doesn't know anything about this game, what are you like? What is the goal here? What is the end goal?
So, you are a spaceport janitor. You're a humble girl beast working a spaceport with a shitty job where you have to walk around and pick up the trash that everyone leaves everywhere and incinerate it with your backpack incinerator. And the more you incinerate, well, okay, the more you incinerate, theoretically, the more you get paid, but it sort of fluctuates.
It's fucking arcane.
Because you know, like poverty fucking sucks, and people will screw you out of money, and cops will sometimes come and take your money, but not if you hit escape. You can hit escape to skip cop
Just fucking
conversations where they
ignore
take your
them.
money. this is
Don't
this
worry,
is
you'll
applicable
see
in
that at
real life.
least one point in this run, I think.
Um,
Ah,
so
the
it's
famous
like
cops.
cop skip. um, so the ultimate point, like, so in the standard intro, you get an Eye of Beb because like you have to eat one if you want to go into the sewer dungeon, and there's a note that's like, hey, try your fortunes in the sewer dungeon. And what actually happens is you go into the sewer dungeon and you find a skull, and the skull curses you, and then the skull just sort of like hangs out behind you for the entire game, just like
Just
floating
gonna
and
introduce.
screaming at you.
Sorry, just gonna interrupt you for a second. That is the only time we'll see that orb goddess in this run. We just kind of come back here to give her a candle. You're never seeing her again. Sorry to
Love
interrupt you.
her. Rip the route that never shows her again. And so ultimately,
Second fat candle.
God damn, you're gonna be rolling in it. That's good
Sorry to
shit.
keep interrupting you, but I'm gonna need
It's
to do it
fine.
in a second from now because
Mm-hmm.
we were avoiding the blue quarter because like if we went back there, we'd get stuck behind the wall again and have to do the glitch again. But we go
Mm-hmm.
to our door and we get the fucking sewer dungeon dialogue here.
Holy shit.
But it doesn't send us to the sewer dungeon. It just sends us to our room the next day with the skull. So yeah,
So then the rest of it is you're trying to break the curse of the skull. There's the skull. Hello, skull.
it screams at you
Um,
randomly.
And so to do that, you need one fetish for each of the 9 goddesses. They've all got good looks. Um, you need these 3 tablets basically. Oh wait, 2 tablets, 3 tablets, some amount of tablets. Um,
It's 3.
so the whole point is you gotta do some tasks to get the tablets.
Tablets to get rid of the skull.
Mm-hmm. And I'm actually not sure what happens at the end of the game because I've never beaten this game myself, but I've gotten a little bit farther. Or a little... No, actually, no, I haven't touched it since you started doing this speed run. I haven't
But
played it in a
you've
bit.
seen more than you have before because you watched me fuck up speedruns.
Yeah. Um, so, yeah, it's... Ostensibly, it's supposed to be a chill game that you play over the course of several days or so because it actively resists attempts to speedrun it, and like if you try to go to every goddess shrine every day and pray and leave offerings for all of them, they're gonna start tanking your luck out of spite because they're like, what are you, some kind of fucking goody two shoes? Get out of here. But if you just sort of do what you can and just like, drop by, say a prayer, maybe leave offerings for 1 or 2 of them, then they'll give you better luck because they think that you're humble, even though you are a sneaky speedrunner. Or probably
Basically,
not you,
oh, sorry.
but no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, we cut out Havlana and Sprents, the orb goddess, from this run, and mostly Thedule, the party goddess. So because we cut out those 2 or 3 and basically only give like gifts to 1 or 2 a day, the game doesn't quite realize what we're doing and just lets us like get our luck really high, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So luck effects, just like the quality of the garbage you are picking up.
Mm-hmm. And to maybe, yeah, probably. It's very arcane. It's poorly documented, and it resists attempts to document it. Well, not document it, but like it's.
Very few people have documented it, and
Mm-hmm.
like every time I think I figure something out about this game, like, oh, you know, if I just like talk to this person on day 1, I get an extra bone coin. Apparently, I'm wrong about that now. And, I'm not even entirely sure if getting Beb last actually helps anything as far as fetishes go. Because, like, my ongoing theory is, like, whatever fetish you need last, it, like, tanks the chance of dropping. I can't prove this, but the second I start getting Beb, the easiest one to get last, um, like, my times on the speed run shot down. So I think I'm right.
Interesting.
I think it's because, like, Bev fucks with whatever they might have been doing to the RNG, because she doesn't like appear in the shops or on the ground. She just appears in lotto shrines.
Mm-hmm.
That's a piece of armor. It sells for a lot, but we're selling it another day because it's worth like 40 and not 20 like I could have just sold it for.
Nice.
That goddess with like the weird crap around it that I check out the price of and buy because it's cheap today. That's the other goddess we cut out of the run as far as like praying goes.
Mm-hmm. Is this are you still doing the strat where you go to sleep too soon for your dysphoria to kick in?
I don't really bother with that because I'm not, that's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I thought I understood this, but apparently I don't. I'm not even sure if that works anymore.
Huh. It's so weird how like it just like it seems like your strategies have to sort of keep evolving as you keep trying different things because previously established strategies just suddenly are like, oh, by the way, doesn't work anymore.
It's genuinely like the game is just devoted to proving me fucking wrong. And
Did
see how
you
we're
say
just,
something to me
oh,
about like it seems to have worse RNG when you are recording?
Yeah, almost. Like it certainly
certainly
like
seemed like
when
that for us.
yeah, like you
That's
were
a
doing
spiroglyph. It's basically the gender thing of the game. As you can see, our gender is now Bloodmouth.
Bloodmouth is a good gender.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no, it's totally fine. Yeah, like the couple times that we tried recording, you were doing your established strats, like strats that had worked twice in a row for you previously, and suddenly they just like didn't work. They just started like, you know, rather than being like an hour and 15 or an hour and 20, it was like we were going on an hour and a half with no end in sight. Like we still were far away from our goals. The goals are one of every fetish and about $600, 600 mega credits in your pocket. It'll overall you'll need more than that just because of other costs. Um,
But those are like
but
the big things.
yeah, those are the big milestones. Um, it,
So there's Heather over there, the person who sells the Eye as a Beb. You can actually see Heather there on day 0 if you like do the glitch I did. So the reason I bought an Eye of Beb from her earlier than later is
mhm,
the first one she sells in the game are really cheap, and also they don't rot. I don't think Eyes of Beb rot at all.
nice.
Um, so like, how do I put this? Basically, a glitch we did. It does a number of things. It gives us an extra day to work with. I think, I think when you get cursed from the skull, you lose 100 luck. And that's why
Mm,
we seem to always start at negative 100, because it seems like on these runs where I've taken out the gang curse part, I have like way more luck on day 1 than I usually ever do. And it also saves us 30 bucks because we don't have to buy the second more expensive Eye of Beb.
nice,
Selling our candles for fucking 50 bucks here each. So that's like 100 right there.
nice. This is a festival day, right?
Yep, festival day. This is when we buy like all of our fetishes. Because like everyone's on sale and they're all like really cheap. And if you don't get Egg Ramona today, there's a very good chance you'll fucking never be able to buy her again. I don't know.
Damn.
But yeah.
So is luck like a quantifiable stat? Like, does it have a number somewhere that you can view?
Yeah, it's it's a bit hard to tell from the streaming the screen share that we're doing commentary over, but when you like boot up your personal shrine in the morning, um you can get your payment from the previous day's work, and you can also check your current luck score. Um and it'll tell you a flat numeric value of this is your luck.
Here, I'm just trying to get a good price on this fetish.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it for like a few seconds because like saving 5 MC if I can is like the time it takes to find an item and sell an item, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every
Um,
little bit counts.
yeah, we have like 4 fetishes right now, I think. Scrap metal is one of those things you can sell pretty much anywhere, and I found out that on certain days you can sell it for like 5 bucks, so yeah.
That's pretty handy.
I mean, you can't sell it really anywhere, but it's one of like the easiest things to sell, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty consistent seller. Um, the like a lot of the game is sort of structured such that like it's gonna throw a whole bunch of crap at you because you know you're gonna just keep picking stuff up, and some of the stuff is like, hey, I bet I could get something out of it, and you really can't because it's just a complete red herring. And some of the stuff is like, this looks like crap, and it's actually like extremely valuable, and you were a fool to just incinerate it.
Here I'm trying
Um,
to like make like space for these bone coins I found, and then I had suddenly
mhm.
found like a thing of cloth, which is also worth like a shit ton of money. So I end up just burning a candle.
Yeah,
So from what
candles
I
are.
understand, you get money, you put a lot of girls in your pocket, you get rid of your skull.
That's
That's the
that's
That's
the
the
game.
game.
goal.
You know, you get your gender pill things, and unfortunately, we don't do that too much in this run because we can't afford them, and also, you know, it the visual effects aren't that bad. I think we just sold the helmet for 40 bucks there, but I didn't quite catch that. But yeah, I think at some point I saw that helmet I got for like 40 or 50 bucks, and it's really good.
I
Because I
appreciate that.
can't really understand what's going on right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide AGDQ style commentary where every time you sell anything, I'm like, yes, helmet hype.
Thank you. Sorry if it's like a bit confusing, but like just everything's moving so fast, you know? Like there's,
Mm-mm.
It's okay, I love it.
for the record, it isn't that much more manageable when you're playing the game itself. How do I put this? When I was first doing a speedrun with Eva here, I burned like 3 bone coins in a row thinking they were like fucking trampled lanterns because they look exactly like those. That's me selling the ball of cloth for like 20 bucks. So overall, the course of the run, you need like I'd hazard a rough like $1,000 between like the needing $600 if you don't find a mythic spell swatch, which you can use instead of the $600. You need to buy all the fetishes, you need to get food, and if you don't find it, you need to buy a fucking porn book for this creep at one point. I'm just getting a better price on my coin shards right there. You can just like open and close a shop really quickly and just get like different prices on them.
Mm-hmm. I know on one of our turns on one of our attempts we found smut from a lotto shrine, which was very handy, but I don't know if you're gonna do that this time or not.
I think I just end up buying it. Like that's the reason you wait until later to buy it instead of right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you find it in Lotto Shrine, you save like 50 bucks right there or 60 bucks or something. But like if you've already bought it and then you suddenly find one, it doesn't like give you that 60 bucks back, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smut has a very, very low resale value.
Here I'm just like checking some prices on some things really quickly.
So for the goddesses, are they just hanging, like, are they just hanging out? Are they just there, or is it just shrines?
Those are
Those
just
are
like
shrines for
shrines.
them.
Yeah.
I thought they were just, like, straight chilling.
Unfortunately not. Delvine has the physically biggest shrine, which is
Yeah,
good.
she is fucking huge. Delvine is once again the one I always pick because she's my favorite. She's like the multi-armed monster goddess. I don't have a
Gotta
fetish
go
for
with
her
it.
right now. God, that sounds so fucking weird to say.
It's a legitimate term. But I still don't know if it. I mean, I think it was a legitimate term before the etymology of it changed to, the
Now I
internet.
have a fetish for Delvine.
God. Get in
Here's
line.
here's me just like trying to fucking figure
Sorry.
out my inventory here. I'm walking over here to see if I can sell this rare spell swatch I found. But I can't, spoiler alert.
It's also the nature of the game, sort of like the nature of the spaceport rather is like it is very maze like. I usually am pretty good at navigating like video game environments and having a pretty good sense of where I am in relation to other places. This game fucking confounds me, and it has arrows on the ground and everything that show you where to go to different places, and I'm still just like, whoa, wow, I managed to blunder my way back to this place. That's good. How'd I
Sounds
do
like
that?
it emulates the experience of real-life airports perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
think
there's a lot of shit that's very relatable in this game.
I think I'm maybe like the only person ever who actually has any kind of feel for this map. And it's just because I speedran the shit out of it and I found the map at some point. By the way, if you're playing this game and you want to know where the fuck anything is, if you go on Steam in the artwork section, there's just a map right there someone posted. So check that out.
Mm-hmm.
See, as you can see, we got pretty much every fetish we could possibly buy that day. Now we just need Beb, which is impossibly easy to get, and Loster, who, despite being the goddess of commerce, literally appears in no shops. just on the ground, and I think maybe in Lotto Shrines, but I forget. So,
Lost or doomed our second run. We couldn't find her.
yep, we actually pretty much have a clip on my channel right now devoted to that fact. That and the fucking bebbening.
The bebbening. Bebstay.
It's, yeah.
What does the skull do? Does it scream at you? Does it
Yeah,
yell
does.
at you when
it
you make
yells at you.
suboptimal choices?
It just floats around and yells at you, and when you're in the sewer dungeon with it, it's like kind of hovering around you, and sometimes it like goes through your character. And the sewer dungeons you're going through in like first person mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it like flies in front of your face when you least expect it and freaks you the fuck out.
God.
And I fucking hate it. So yeah, we missed the sewer dungeons in the opening, which once again was good because it saved us on 100 luck, I believe, $30, and just a bunch of time. But we will see them later when we have to get one of the pieces of the tablet, because one of them is down there. It is frankly the easiest one to get if you know what you're doing, since it costs the least to get.
Mm-hmm.
Does the game end once you break your curse?
Um, Kind of like there's an ending, but like as soon as the ending's done, it like goes back into like some kind of endless mode thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I was
That
like
makes
looking for the word. I was saying like unlimited, endless, infinite, and it was like endless that I was looking for. But the game kind of ends, but kind of doesn't.
Damn. Just like
We,
real life.
as a speed run, we like don't get the true ending because it's slightly slower, but like some part of the true ending suggests that's like just a dream because you just go into endless mode right after, so I don't feel too bad about it. So the item I just got right there, that Lal Shrine, is a like broken glass shield. I've never seen it in a shop before until I suddenly noticed it in the shops, literally while I was watching the speedrun doing post commentary over it. We never end up selling it, but yeah, if you ever come across a glass shield, I don't know how much it's fucking worth, but you can sell it in these shops, apparently.
Good luck charm.
Yeah.
I mean, not literally, because this is a game full of actual good luck charms, but you know. Every little bit helps.
So, fuck, what else is there to explain about the run? Did we forget anything? I'm eating a lot of cobra bark or whatever on the ground. It not only, I think it might refill your hunger a bit, but more importantly, it increases your luck. You may notice like little musical cues sometimes when I interact with shrines and shit. That side of my luck going up or down. Doesn't matter if you give like a goddess the right candle or you pray to them or what. Sometimes when you're like doing shit with them, your luck will just randomly decide to go down because the game's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
You guys mentioned cops earlier. Why would cops be after you?
Well, they just like hassling you because you're poor.
yeah, they eat your money if they get at you. Which
They just like.
if you have like $300, they'll eat like $200. So it's fucking nightmarish.
Mm-hmm. They're
They're the guys in the bank, the people with the red scarves. You'll
red
maybe see them
scarves,
in a second.
guns. Yeah.
I'll go in the bank in a second, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's that person right there with the red scarf and the gun.
I don't think the ones in the bank ever hassle you, but the ones wandering around outside will occasionally, if they decide to like zero in on you, they'll just sort of like hassle you and take your money because they can, because they're cops, and that's what cops do in the real life too. So you know,
Sometimes
life imitates art.
sometimes the wandering ones do pop into the bank though. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
The entire time, the Black Knight from Black Knight 2000 was a cop. Ha ha
You
ha.
fucked up.
that's
No,
worst
Give me your
timeline.
money.
don't say these things. The Black Knight 2000 is I promise is taking money from cops.
No way.
Fuck.
So one of the biggest problems with scrap metal is that while it can sell for a surprisingly decent amount, it tends to like clog up your inventory a lot. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
like generally just burned it in the previous runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it comes to a point where it's sort of like uh you have to weigh the fact of like am I gonna want this keep to be clogging up my inventory before I reach the like before I reach another shop that where I can sell it, or even hang on to it for another couple of days until the price might be better, but by then the shop might have moved and maybe the price won't be better, and maybe you'll just find something that's more valuable, and so you can just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm burning this.
Yeah, it's why I sell so many like sell or burn so many sellable items. It's often just not fucking worth it to sell them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it sort of just it just kind of all washes out the same. Like it's you'll find more things that are worth more money, and so like when in doubt, just burn it.
Generally, if you want to sell something, it's cloth. Uh, like most of the stuff that you'll like sell in the adventurers quarter. Um, Scrap sometimes, some alchemy stuff. You know, there are a number of different things, but like those are like the big ones. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I missed if I did it there, but at some point I realized, okay, my inventory is so fucking clogged. I'm gonna put away the Eye of Beb for a bit, so it's just like staying in my container for a while. I usually keep it on me, so I have it. I still have it there, it seems, but eventually, like I shove it in my container. So don't worry if you're like tearing your hair out over that.
Yeah, I was like kind of wondering, like, why wouldn't you just stuff it in there?
Usually, like it's not an issue, but now I have like fucking scrap metal in my inventory, so
Mm-hmm.
because I added that to the run.
Well, it seems
I'm
to be
really
doing all
enjoying.
right.
I'm really enjoying how completely foreign this world is to me.
I wish that
Did you
the
say
stream
boring or
URL.
foreign?
Foreign.
Oh, okay. I was just like about to apologize. Okay, so I think this is the day what happens, but at some point I just start fucking vomiting nearly endlessly for some reason. Like more than I've ever gotten in like 33 hours of playing.
It's
And
like that sometimes.
I don't know why it happens. Here I ended up testing like, oh, can I move fast on these like really fast moving ground things while I'm vomiting? The answer is no. It's like walking like up the down escalator.
Sometimes you're just walking around, throwing up directly into your backpack, full screams at you. It's just one of those days, you know?
It's just like that.
So I'm not sure if like burning your vomit actually counts towards like the money you get at the end. Because I burned a shit ton of vomit today, as I've probably suggested already, and I think I only get like 26 bucks in the end.
Maybe you gotta just leave it for a day. You gotta let it sit to gain value.
Pretty much exactly how stocks work.
It's like a
Mm-hmm.
fine wine.
You gotta let it age, decant into the air a little bit.
So yeah, train cards are another one of those things that sell pretty well. Not like the most in the world. They're usually worth like 10 to 15, I'd say, but they're worth picking up and selling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff. Um, it looks. My guess is
I'm
you've
still
got the.
vomiting.
God damn.
Yeah, when you're vomiting, you also like really slow down, so it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Sometimes you just gotta. Was it the jelly slug droppings this time? They usually don't betray you like that.
No, my character just randomly decides to like vomit sometimes. I don't know what causes it. Oh, pressing escape to ignore the conversation with the guy who wants to steal my money.
Wait, you can just press escape. and you
Hmm.
escape.
And the cops they won't take your money.
Is that like, is that on purpose? Is that a
I
glitch?
don't
It
know.
might be a glitch. I think there's ways to get out of the conversations, like sometimes,
I
like
mean, they
like to
didn't
actually
fix
talk
it.
to the cop and not take your money. But sometimes you'll talk to the cop and they'll take your money anyway. Like it's very arbitrary. So yeah, I had no idea you could just press escape before watching these speedrun attempts.
I mean, it could be like one of those things that's semi-intentional, like the way that I get an achievement for fucking doing that parkour shit at the beginning of the game where I climbed the bank, but I don't think they expected me to just walk out the intro.
That's so good. I mean, they must have because they incorporated the fact that like you've got this skull now. They're like, well, shit, you got to have the skull, so let's just give you the skull, no
But it
matter what
also gave me the
happens.
sewer dungeon dialogue when I went home.
Yeah, so like maybe it's
Also,
important
I'm
dialogue.
vomiting again for some reason.
I wonder if maybe the like uh. I wonder if suffering from the dysphoria effect,
Here I
like,
accidentally offer my vomit as an offering and piss off this goddess
you know what? She loves it.
because
She doesn't love it.
I pick it
She
up.
absolutely does not.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like pick it up when it's on the ground and I can't incinerate it, so I just have to drop it again. And I drop it like in the offering radius, I guess.
Well, listen, it came from the heart or the gut.
Something like that. It's heartburn. Yeah, here
I'm
there's
wondering.
like a shit ton of items over here. You were saying?
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe like suffering from the dysphoria effect increases the chance that you just start beefing it a bunch, just start vomiting.
I mean, I know that's how it works in real life.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. Also, I found another fucking huge ass candle. It's worth $50.
First Beb spotted, I think, right?
No, we've seen plenty of Bebs.
Oh, okay. It's a bit slideshowy on my end, so I don't have the best frame rate.
Sorry.
It's all right. There's only so much you can do, and I've been with you for 2 whole runs now, so I'm just sort of mentally filling in the blanks.
I
Out for a
just
night out
dropped
on the
that candle.
town.
Oh, sorry.
Got my skull. Got my fat ass candles. 3 vomits in. Party.
So,
I'm a busy lady. Incinerator at 25% battery.
And it's only 5 o'clock.
so why don't we talk about our theories on the incinerator mechanics while we're at it. So the incinerator, it's kind of hard to tell like exactly how it works. You don't have an exact number value, but my theory about it is, well, you can burn through your battery at says like no more charge or whatever by burning a lot of stuff, and it like burns out early on. But you can also burn like almost nothing in the day and it'll be out by like the time the day's over. Um, yeah, my current theory is that it's a combination timer and use based where like it has like a charge that's constantly ticking down, but you burn through it faster if you're actually burning stuff. You know what I mean?
That sounds about right with like my experiences playing the game. I think yeah, I'd say that is accurate.
Yeah, it's like a hybrid charge. I dropped some scrap metal here the other day. I keep accidentally picking up. I'll try to talk to the shopkeeper, just sell it for a bit, try and get a better price.
Damn, that's an idea. Just like dropping the shit that you want to sell but that isn't a good price enough yet, like on the ground in front of them and hoping that it carries over for the next day. Because they usually they'll stay for about a day or two, right? Like if you pick them up and put them down.
Yeah, they just keep staying there. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the candle for $5. Candles seem to sell for a lot on festival days, and I can't confirm this because once again I need to test it more. But I think Beb Day may or may not be another amazing day to sell shit. You know?
It would make sense.
I mean, it could be completely random because it's fucking Beb Day. Beb being the goddess of like random number shit. but like during this run, I found that like candles and scrap metal and just everything sold for an amazing amount on Beb Day.
It makes sense to sort of give two like spike days, so to speak. Like two days where you can get a good amount of money for for the stuff that you have to sell. Um, that makes sense from a design standpoint. Like 2 of the 9 days are really good for selling shit.
It's
I
a
like it.
shame it's impossible to know from a player perspective when those days are, because I played for 33 hours and I'm only barely understanding it.
Yep, it's very obscure.
It's probably more than 33 hours by now. I haven't checked. So initially we took out Lotto Shrines from the run because I was like terrified that just touching a Beb in any sense of the word would like completely fuck over the thing I was trying, where I get Beb last. But no, seems to work fine enough. Sorry if I bumped my microphone there. I just had to poke in my face for a bit. So I've completely fucked up my back doing these runs, right? Because I'm like in a new place with a new chair for a bit. I'm really happy I'm doing this in post because, you know, I'm sitting better, so that's nice.
Yeah, less time in front of a screen with a shitty chair.
So one thing I didn't mention before is that there are some items that like curse you just from touching them. I think that scrapbook or sketchbook or whatever is one of them. You'll also see like things that are like, oh, this is a wrapper for like a chocolate bar. It says like warning contains cursed bone on it, and you pick that up, and I think you like lose luck or something. So a lot of times you just want to burn that shit and don't even touch it, even if you can sell it for a bit. One of
Mm-hmm.
the only exceptions to that for me is bone coins. Since, that's just like a
That's
straight
money.
$10. I know exactly where to put right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the coins are like
Plus our 20 actually.
nice. Yeah, any coin that you can find, I mean, I think they can be. I have a hard time keeping track of all the coins, but like the bank is one of the easiest places to find, and like guaranteed you're going to be able to sell coins there.
Here I make things up to Loster by burning all that vomit from the other day, which is still there in the middle of the bank. Because I'm the only janitor in the city. So, it's hard to really like get across a lot of the charm over the course of a speed run, especially since I'm just like skipping by so much out of necessity, because once again, it's a speed run. But I really like
Mm-hmm.
this game. I really like the spirit it was made in. Like at times, I do kind of wish the mechanics were a bit more transparent, but I I like all the kind of gender shit going on. I like the whole aesthetic of it, look of it. I just like it in general.
Yeah, like the soundtrack rules. We unfortunately uh, don't have the benefit of it in the format that we're watching the stream in, but you, the listener, you will appreciate it. It's a good soundtrack, especially the
I
festival days rather. Yeah, like and it's just an incredibly charming game. I love it a lot.
I would here. I just dropped some piece of crap I couldn't sell this whole time. I've seen where to sell it before, but I just didn't see it anywhere. Anyways, as I was saying, the festival day music is called, I believe, Pray for Luck. You can find it on like the Game People's Bandcamp or something. I'd say check it out. It's nice. I like the song.
Hmm.
Also, we haven't talked about it thus far because, a lot of things have been happening really fast because it's a speed run. But, every once in a while you'll look at the ground and you'll see shit like texture Z fighting like that.
Yeah, there's a couple spaces. I want to say outside of Loster's Shrine, or not Loster. Fuck.
Delvine.
Yeah, Delvine's Shrine is another Z fighting spot.
Outside of Delvine Shrine, it isn't that bad. But Delvine is most consistently the one that does that.
Hmm.
So one of the nice things about this little screen here is that as you get more fetishes, the fetishes at the top are removed from your list, so you can like at a glance see which ones you want. This is the day where I get rid of the Eye of Bev and stick it in my storage.
At long
I've noticed
last.
for the little diary mechanic every time you just hit A,
Oh
and
yeah,
I know
you
that's for speedrun mechanics, but I love the idea that this person is just going straight home to their journal and just screaming into it. Just every day, just screaming.
Eva said the exact same thing. So
It's very in spirit with the game.
so I forgot to explain it, but the reason we do that is because you need to type into your diary to actually progress to the next day, so we just hold A. But you need to type like something of a certain length, like at least I think 6 letters or something. I don't know. I just hold A for a bit and then hit enter. That's a pile of dirt. You can sell it to a girl, I believe, and if you sell enough, you get the romanceable achievement. It's worth like $1. We're not going to do that. Here you see me just like going off course a bit. I'm just looking for accumulations of trash that I wouldn't see on my normal route, seeing if there are any losters lying around. We're on really good track for money thus far in the speed run. 440 is like almost what we need. We're just like a couple hundred off. Here we sell a
Mhm.
bunch of scrap metal for like $6 each.
Yeah, you're definitely in better shape than we have been previously on our other runs.
Fetish wise, we have everyone except for Loster and Beb. Beb is easy. Loster's just, there's nothing you can do if he doesn't want to show up. But, we're still on good track to find Loster. The only reason that I seem to be doing really poorly in my time right now, like I'm coming up to the end of when I would usually be getting to this split, but that's just because the last time I did this run, decided to just get the first tablet earlier instead of all on the same day. So we're not actually behind. That's just like the weirdness of the splits in this game. Because like very often, like I split those Urshiro's diamonds that were for like $20. I split like in the first 2 minutes, and then next split's like 50 minutes later, and next split's like a minute later, next split's like 30 seconds later, and then next split's maybe like 10 minutes or a minute later, and then the game's over. So it's just like all over the place. So it's not really indicative of anything. I just like to have them there.
It's a good, yeah. It's always nice to keep up appearances with the splits.
If that
Even
sounded like a lot at once and didn't make sense, don't worry, it just doesn't make sense.
yeah, like the milestones in this game in this speedrun are not like as they're not as concrete as other like speedruns might be, because like you're just sort of like working on a bunch of different you're juggling plates, and sometimes the plates land in the dishwasher ahead of the other plates, and you're like, all right, I'll play it as it lies.
You work on every single goal at once in this game.
Mm-hmm. I'm combining metaphors here.
We don't buy the cheapest food item, by the way, because it just makes us vomit. I don't think it's really helpful. Who knows? You might be able to eat it and sleep with it. You have to eat a certain amount every day to sleep and get to the next day, but I don't want to mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I treat my real life cycle. You have to eat to sleep and wake up the next day, I guess.
You gotta eat. So, yeah, before these speed runs, despite having played the game, Ava never seen had never seen rain in this game before.
I might have, but I just forgot that it happened. It's good. I like the rain.
So selling that candle for like 50 or $60 right there. We are doing fucking golden on money right now. We are very close to
That
what we
day
need to beat the
paying
game.
off.
I mean, aside from paying for food from now on, we just need like 650 total. So we just need 130 more dollars.
Nice.
I feel like the Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor speedrunning community is a very exclusive community.
It's literally just me. There's no videos. I had to come up with like every fucking part of this route myself. I had to figure out every mechanic. I think today is Bev Day. I think that's why the candle sold for so much and the scrap sold for so much. And I'm gonna sell the alchemy stuff soon, I think. Yeah. But I think today was Bev Day. I can't remember though. Yeah.
Raking it in on Beb Day.
Bev's making up for the last few runs.
Beb, uh, Beb just needed to show us that it wasn't in the heart of the cards for the previous 2 runs.
Well, I mean, considering like how much better my routing is for this run than before since I figured out that glitch, you can almost say it's kind of like that thing Maxine did where she spiritually summoned fucking wolves to murder my character and get me on quote unquote world record pace in, Jack and Cassie. That killed my run so I could just get this one. Here I sell my space weed for $3. That's usually why I just burn it. It's not worth anything.
You can pound it, but it makes you shit first person, and that's disorienting to run with. So this is a straight edge run.
Yeah. I almost kind of wonder if like just anything that sends you into first person is enough to work in the sewer dungeons. I don't know though, because if it is, you could try using a substitute, but the Eye of Beb at the beginning is so cheap and so consistent that I imagine that it wouldn't really be worth it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you just buy one at the beginning and don't use it, it's just like $15 right there.
Exactly. And there's no reason to risk, like, the concept that your space weed substitute might never show up in the run.
So yeah, we have both Shiro's diamonds and focal gems combined. Those are worth kind of like close to $50. So we're like set for money right now.
Yeah, damn. Nicely done.
I have an incredibly stupid idea.
What is it?
You get the ending when you break the curse, right?
Yeah?
So, knowing that, and knowing that you can skip the intro and technically skip getting the curse, would it be possible to trick the game into thinking you've broken the curse when you never got it in the first place?
I don't think so, sadly. Who knows? It might be like weird that way, but like when you're walking around, oh fuck, lost it right there. I forgot that was when I got it.
Hell yeah.
So we have every fetish now. We can get the first tablet piece. But what was I saying?
I don't think it's possible to trick the game into thinking that you were never cursed in the first place.
But yeah, when I walk around the spaceport on day 0, it's like all the NPCs are acting like it's day 1, kind of. Does that make sense? Like, everyone has like dialogue from the next day, but I might have to check that again. Skitter pearls are one of those things you should sell. It's not actually a problem. I ended up just burning them because I have just so much money right now. So anyways, I have every fetish. Now I need to talk to the NPC who gives me the tablet for having every fetish. The thing about her is that, as far as I know, you have to wait a full day after you get every fetish for her to like actually give it to you. She like says, "Oh, meet me somewhere tomorrow after sundown." So you still need to wait one more day after this. So, but after that, we'll try to get like everyone at once, I believe. There we sold our Shiro's diamonds for like $30 or something. You were saying?
Was that critter that you sold the plastic cloth belts to named Crestfallen Merchant?
I was literally about to comment on the same thing. That's like a Dark Souls ass name.
Loving that Dark Souls. That's that guy in Sense Fortress. He's the Crestfallen Merchant. Good to see he changed species and got to space. Good on him.
Yeah,
Sometimes you die, you go to space, you discover some strange new genders. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
this is like the origin of spaceports.
This
This is
is
like the Dark Souls of. I didn't come up with the end of the joke in time.
here. I gotcha. This is the Dark Souls of crushing poverty simulators.
So I just got that achievement. That is for getting 200 MC in a day. Over all my speedruns and all of my playing the game, I've never gotten that before. That was an actual just achievement pop up right there for just how much money I got just in
Hell
a
yeah.
single. I know that probably sounds redundant what I'm saying right there, but that was just like an amazing amount of crap I got.
Yeah, no,
Like,
you fucking
we're on such good pace. We have so much money for 52 minutes in.
you
We have
cleaned house on Beb Day.
we have enough money to beat the game.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, so I have the porn book I need to give that weirdo to get one of the tablet pieces. And we're going to do that right now. But, so what I like to do is I like to get every tablet piece in one day. I like to go out, give that guy's book. Then I like to go into the sewer dungeons, where the exit of the sewer dungeons is just on top of the place where I need to meet the lady, so it's just like one big path. Um,
Nice.
Observant watchers will have noticed that I'm missing one core part of that right now from my
Did you forget to
inventory.
take the guy of Beb out? Oh
Um,
no.
so I get to the entrance here, and I'm like on pace for an hour, and you see the like visible panic in my mouse cursor there as I realize, oh shit, I'm on fucking sub 1 hour pace, and I've forgotten my fucking eye of Beb. So I need to sprint back home, which thankfully isn't too
Tragedy.
far. Here I like get kind of turned around and like have trouble figuring out which way I'm supposed to go, but I get there eventually. Or I think I get turned around later, that's what it is. But yeah, like I'm in that kind of panic state where it's like not panic, but it's like that calm panic where it's like, okay, I can't afford to panic right now.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're walking to the sewer dungeons to get the second tablet piece. Thankfully, there are many entrances to the sewer dungeons around this place. There's the one by the ziggurat where I was at before, and the one by Heather who sells them. So I just take the Eye of Beb right here
Nice.
and walk in there.
Oh, I wish the frame rate was better because I haven't seen the second time you go into the sewer dungeon.
Sorry about that, but you can watch the video later at least.
I sure as heck can.
So yeah, the sewer dungeons are actually the easiest part of this run because I have it memorized. Just take every right turn you possibly can, pretty much. I know it's like a classic old maze adage of like, oh, just follow the right wall, but like it's not even like a long follow the right wall. You just follow the right wall and you get there eventually. Well, I mean, just take pretty much every right and you get there eventually.
Nice.
So the second we enter this area, we start moving more slowly and we are being hunted by something that wants to kick us out of these sewer dungeons. Uh, the skull just keeps like popping into your
Oh,
view
I
there.
see what you
That
mean about the
sucks.
skull. That scared the shit out of me.
Um, it's actually weirdly like jump scary, but so the thing about skipping the initial sewer dungeon thing is it seems to fuck with the AI of the thing chasing you. Um, as long as you're moving, usually it doesn't catch you. It doesn't catch us still here, but it's like it starts to go after us earlier than it should.
Huh.
Like I've noticed every time, ever since I perfected this new strategy, it's like it starts out way closer than it should be. And actually, we're not actually walking to the exit here because we're just going to wait for us to for it to catch us and take us out. partially because it puts us closer to the lady we need to talk to. But yeah, we have our second tablet piece. That was really easy. This place is a horrible fucking maze when you don't know where to go. Trust me, it was like the biggest pain in my ass ever. Here's the monster. It's, looks like the Starbucks logo. But yeah, you just let it catch you. And we're here on top of the ziggurat, and the lady we need to talk to for the third tablet piece is right here. So I've considered trying to see if I could like climb this fucking thing to get the tablet piece early, like in the same way I'd climb the bank. I don't know if it actually spawns before you deal with her, and I haven't actually been able to get up there. You can kind of climb the sides a little bit, but you can't get any higher than like a certain point. So
Hmm.
I don't really think it's possible, but you know, if there's some community out there that now wants to try speedrunning this game since I actually came up with a fucking strategy for it, feel free to, figure that out. So I have my 3 tablet pieces. I need to get them forged into 1 tablet, and then I need to quickly run over to the adventurer who wants $600 from me to take the curse off me. It's a
Bunch of fuckers.
We are so close to sub 1 hour. Like we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but it's so doable. So there's our completed tablet. It takes the 3 pieces of the tablet in our inventory and puts them into one, so it saves a lot of space if you need it.
Gotta take a bit of time to eat some jelly slug droppings, just for old time's sake.
Just have to be sure we can actually sleep for the night after. Like part of the reason I don't just get $600 is I'm not sure how the game handles you not having enough for food.
Mm-hmm.
So I always get enough to like buy food afterwards,
Makes sense.
So yeah, this dude wants $600. It's a fast conversation. We paid the adventurer. We are so close. This is when I get turned around and lose track of where I'm supposed to head home. Because I'm just kind of panicking, so I forget the arrows for a second.
Oh no.
I buy food really quickly to make sure I don't get stopped at my door. So yeah, we don't get the true ending. We do the ending where we just say fuck off to the skull as it tries to say, hey, I think it would help you if you went on this adventure with me. I'm sorry I had to stand around screaming at you. But we just go back to our bed and go to sleep. And then the credits roll.
Sometimes somebody invites you to an adventure and you just take a fucking nap instead.
That's valid. That is so valid.
Yep, so that is the run. Sub 1 hour. I'm so fucking happy with that. I'm saying fucking a lot, but I'm still kind of jazzed about the fact that I actually pulled it off with like just 30 seconds to spare, especially after forgetting the Eye of Beb.
Yeah, that's hella good.
It's it's a really good time, especially since this game usually takes like 10 hours to play. Um, so yeah, that's Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor. Really fun game, really worth checking out. It's had a rough history in the past. It had like a major save glitch, but I'm happy the devs fixed that. I'm happy the devs like were nice enough to even add some content after a little bit. Um, you're not getting like the full effect of the game by watching this video, but I hope it was able to impart at least a little bit of the charm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of those people who just enjoys speedrunning. Sorry if my hair bumped the microphone a bit. I enjoy speedrunning. I enjoy the unique speed experience it brings. Fuck, what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, the reason that the ending doesn't run the second I touch the bed, it's once I get the credits, is because it's very easy to mash through the Skull's conversation and get the true ending. Because, the true ending option is first, not second, and you're mashing the first option the whole time. So if you get the true ending, you end up like walking into nothingness, and it's vaguely like dreamlike. But the important thing is the credits start rolling while you're still walking, kind of, and it's hard to really define where the run ends at that point because it's like a slow fade. So I decided that since the common denominator between both endings is the credits, the run would end when the credits begin, just to be sure that you don't completely lose a run if
Makes
you
sense,
accidentally
yeah.
get the true ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, there would be no win condition for a true ending run. So, yeah, great run, great time. I got super fucking lucky with that RNG.
Yeah, holy shit. No kidding. Especially since seeing what we've been through.
Sorry we couldn't do this live, but frankly, I think it was for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, even if we did lose out on that bit of spontaneity, I can't help but imagine what it would have been like when we both noticed that I had lost the eye of Bev for a bit. I'm I did swear quite a bit during this video, but it wasn't like those practice runs. Well, not practice runs, attempted speed runs. So, do either of you have anything to add?
Let's see. You can find me on Twitter at OhNoProblems or Tumblr at OhNoProblems, if you're curious. And thanks for having me. It was really fun.
I'll link VG Hell in the description again if you want to mention that really
Oh
quickly.
yeah. No, I do a podcast that's called Video Game Hell and also Tabletop Hell. We've been on a small hiatus, but hopefully we can get back into recording again. It's a good thing. You should listen to it, in
Quin
my opinion.
Quinlan's still here, right?
Oh,
I
I'm
think
still
so.
here.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about how I have to go buy this fucking game because it looks good.
It's
It's
a good game.
it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm happy I got it. I'm happy I put as many hours as I did into it. I'm happy that I took up speed running it so I could get to have fun with it a second time and a third time and a fourth time and a fifth. You know, like I got a lot more mileage out of it because of my speed running. Is there anything
Mhm.
else you want to say other than what you said, Quinlan?
Nope, I'm good.
Like, do you want to plug anything about yourself or
Oh, I don't exist.
same here? Thank you. Very, very much the same here. But yeah, that was a fun speed run. I'll put some of those links I mentioned in the description. And yeah, world record once again by merit of no one else doing this fucking game.
Killing it.
Yeah. So check it out. And later.